Prepare to tackle this intriguing assessment test question, designed not just to test your analytical abilities, but to foster your critical thinking and math skills, which you can utilize in your daily life. You are presented with three expressions. First expression is 2 5-petal flowers equals 10. The second expression is 3 5-petal flowers plus 2 6-petal flowers equals 33. And then the last expression is 4 6-petal flowers plus 3 9-petal flowers equals 72. You need to calculate the value of the 9-petal flower. And once calculated, select the answer out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 10. Choice B, 11. Choice C, 12. And last but not least, choice D, 13. Take a close look to see if you can come up with the answer. Are you ready? Well, I'm rushing you because I found my answer, and I'm thrilled to guide you through the problem-solving process. Let's continue so we can examine our strategies step by step. And if you came up with your own brilliant approach, don't hesitate to let us know in comments. As you might have figured out, we have 3 types of flowers here: 5-petal flower, 6-petal flower, and 9-petal flowers. Let's first calculate the value of 5-petal flower. Based on the original expression, we can calculate it as 10 divided by 2, which would be equal to 5. Having this value handy, now we can calculate the value of 6-petal flower. We know that the value of 5-petal flower is 5. So let's simplify the original expression. 3 5-petal flowers plus 2 6-petal flowers equals 33. 3 5-petal flowers equals 15. So we can build a new expression. 33 equals 15 plus 2 6-petal flowers, which means that 6-petal flower equals 9. At this point, we know that the value of 5-petal flower equals 5 and value of 9-petal flower equals 9. So we can look at the third expression. Third expression states that 4 6-petal flowers plus 3 9-petal flowers equals 72, which means we can build a new expression by calculating value of 4 6-petal flowers, which would be equal 36. 72 equals 36 plus 3 9-petal flowers, which means 3 9-petal flowers equals 36. So the value of 9-petal flower is 12. So the correct answer here is choice C, 12. Do you know how to solve this problem simpler? Please make sure to post your answer and solution in comments so we can all learn. Here's a captivating word constructing assessment test question that not only challenges your thinking, but also equips you with the memory recall skills applicable in everyday situations. You need to construct a 7-letter word. What's interesting about this word that it can also be described as data collection. The word has 7 letters. 3 of those letters are visible. Those letters are A, and E. I am pretty sure that you ran across this word many times. Are you ready? I think I've cracked the puzzle, and I can't wait to share my solution with you. And if you got a different answer, please make sure to share it in comments. I think the word is dataset. A dataset is a structured collection of information or data points that is used for analysis and interpretation. Dataset typically consists of relevant data organized into rows and columns, with each row representing an individual data entry and each column representing a specific attribute or variable. Datasets serve as a foundation for data analytics, enabling professionals to extract meaningful insights, patterns, and trends that can inform decision-making and problem-solving processes. I love this captivating cognitive assessment test question that not only challenges your thinking, but also equips you with the problem-solving skills applicable in everyday situations. You're presented with 3x3 matrix. Each square in the matrix has a number, but one number is missing. The numbers are 1, 3, 5, 2, 25, then comes the missing number, and the third row of the matrix has numbers 4, 49, and 81. You need to determine and rationalize the missing number out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 16. Choice B, 25. Choice C, 36. And last but not least, choice D, 49. Take a close look to see if you can come up with the solution. Are you ready? I think I found my solution. So let's explore the problem-solving approach together. I am eager to break it down for you step by step. And if you have a unique insights, feel free to contribute and share them in comments. If you are a frequent visitor or subscriber to this channel, it probably doesn't come to you as something new that you need to recognize the pattern. So I think the pattern here is that both column A and row 1 represent starting values that used in the calculations. For the row 1, the starting values are 1, 3, and 5, and for column A, the values are 1, 2, and 4. The values in the range of B2 through C3 are calculated values, and the value on the intersection of column and the row is calculated as sum of the column and row starting values squared. Let's look at the examples. Value B2 is calculated as the sum of 2 plus 3, which is 5, squared, which equals 25. The value in cell B3 is calculated as values 3 plus 4 squared, which is 49. And the value in the cell C3 is calculated as 5 plus 4 squared, which equals 9 squared, which equals 91. Let me give you a tip on how you can solve these types of challenges on your own. Take a look at original question and take a look at the answers. If you look closely, all answers are squares of the numbers. The values are for choices A through D are 16, 25, 36, and 49, which are squares of 4, 5, 6, and 7. So the missing value C2 as calculated as 5 plus 2 squared, which is 7 squared, which is 49. And the correct answer here is choice D, 49. What's interesting about this question is that it not only allows to test your math skills, but also checks your pattern recognition abilities. You're presented with 3 triangles, and you need to determine the missing number. Each triangle has 4 digits inside, 3 digits by the corners, and 1 digit in the middle. The first triangle has numbers 2, 18, and 3, and digit in the middle is 1. Second triangle has digits 3, 21, and 1, and then 4 in the middle. And then the third triangle has digits 1, 2, digit 3 in the middle, and then comes the missing number, which you need to calculate out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 8. Choice B, 16. Choice C, 21. And last but not least, choice D, 24. Take a close look to see if you can come up with the answer. Are you ready? Give yourself enough time, maybe pause this video, if you need to determine the solution. On my end, I got my answer, and I am excited to share with you my problem-solving strategies. So let's go ahead and learn the solution together. And if you got your genius move in your sleeve, make sure to share in comments. As you might have guessed, the first step here is to determine the pattern. So in this particular pattern, the bottom right number is calculated as the sum of top and middle numbers multiplied by left and by the top number. Let's look at sample calculations to make the example more clear. Let's look at the first yellow triangle. To get to the number in the bottom right corner, we first need to add 2 and 1, and the end result of this would be 3. Then we need to multiply the result at the number in the bottom left corner, and 3 multiplied by 3 equals 9. Then, as the last step, we need to multiply the result, which is 9, by 2, which is top number, and the end result would be 18. Calculations for the second triangle would be very similar. 3 plus 4 equals 7. 7 multiplied by 1 equals 7. And 7 multiplied by 3 equals 21, which is precisely the number in the bottom right corner. Can you do calculations for the third triangle? Let me help you. 1 plus 3 equals 4. 4 multiplied by 2 equals 8. And then 8 multiplied by 1 equals 8 again. So the correct answer here is choice A, 8. Let me give you some tips so you can solve these types of questions on the real test on your own. If you look closely at triangles, they are of 3 different colors. But colors do not play roles in the pattern detection in this particular case, and they're only there to confuse you. Another tip would be, especially if you see small single-digit numbers, is that do not use the calculations only for add, subtract, multiply, and divide. Always consider the possibility of square and square root calculations. Just to recap, the correct answer here is choice A, 8. And as usual, if you have a better way to solve this challenge or have additional tips, please make sure to post them in comments. And now, Let's put your knowledge to test with the question I have for you. Take a moment to work through this independently, and don't forget to share your answer in the comments below. I'll be there to provide my feedback. You need to determine the missing number. You're presented with the sequence. The numbers in the sequence are 1, 3, 7, 15, and then comes the missing number you need to calculate and select out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 29. Choice B, 31. Choice C, 33. And last but not least, choice D, 35. I am confident in your problem-solving abilities, and I encourage you to tackle this question independently. Afterward, don't forget to share your answer in comments. I'm looking forward to providing you with the feedback. Thanks for taking part, and best of luck. In this section, we will look at Microsoft Excel questions frequently used in a test. Microsoft Excel test is a standardized assessment designed to measure an individual's proficiency in using this powerful spreadsheet software application. This test assesses a candidate's knowledge and skills in various Excel functions, formulas, data manipulation, formatting, and data analysis. It is commonly used by employers during the hiring process to determine a candidate's level of Excel proficiency. This assessment typically includes a variety of Excel tasks and exercises that range from basic to more advanced functionalities within Microsoft Excel. These tasks might involve creating and formatting spreadsheets, performing calculations using formulas and functions, managing data sets, creating charts and graphs, and demonstrating an understanding of data analysis techniques. Let's look at some sample Microsoft Excel test questions we typically see on the test. Here's an interesting question to test your knowledge of Excel formulas and functions. June is a small business owner, and she recorded her sales figures in an Excel spreadsheet. She needs to calculate total sales for 2022. Which of the following formulas will calculate the total sales correctly? You're presented with the snapshot of data from Microsoft Excel, and you need to select one out of 4 possible choices. Choice A equals sum B3 through B6. Choice B equals add and then in parentheses B3 through B6. Choice C equals total and then in parentheses B3 through B6. And last but not least, choice D equals product and then in parentheses equals B3 minus B6. Do you know the answer? I have full confidence that you can quickly solve this challenge, and I'm going to move forward to share with you my answer. And obviously, if you have a better way to solve it, please make sure to share in comments. To solve this challenge, you need to understand the data and know Microsoft Excel formulas and functions. As you might have figured out, the correct answer here is choice A equals sum and then in parentheses range B3 through B6. Sum function in Excel adds up the range of numbers. And to calculate the total sales for 2022, we need to add up all the sales figures for all quarters in 2022. As you can see, column B represents the sales data for 2022, and rows 3 through 6 represent quarterly sales. Now we know that the correct answer is choice A equals sum and then in parentheses cell B3 through B6. Let's look at why other options are incorrect. Option B, add values B3 through B6, is not a valid Excel formula. Option C, total B3 through B6, is also not a valid Excel formula. And choice product B3 minus B6 will multiply the values in the range B3 through B6 together, and it will not give you the total sales for 2022. In fact, if you looked at the choice D, the values supplied is not even a range. It's the difference between the values of B3 and B6, because we're supplying only one argument, which is the result of mathematical operation B3 minus B6. And in fact, the output of this function, product B3 minus B6, will be negative, because it's a result of a subtraction of 337 minus 439, and the end result will be negative 101.91. Do you have any other thoughts or considerations about this question? Please make sure to share them in comments. In this section, we will look at numerical reasoning test questions frequently used in a test. Numerical reasoning assessment test is a standardized evaluation designed to assess individuals' ability to understand and work with numerical data, make calculations, interpret charts and graphs, and draw conclusions from quantitative information. The typical content of numerical reasoning test can vary, but often include topics such as basic arithmetic, percentage and ratios, data interpretation, financial analysis, mathematical problem solving, number sequences, and a lot of others. Let's look at some sample numerical reasoning assessment test questions we typically see on the test. Here's one of my favorite questions to test your analytical skills and attention to details. You need to determine which of the values is the smallest. And you're presented with 5 different values. The choices are A, 3/4, choice B, 0.6, choice C, 7/12, choice D, 0.7, and last but not least, choice E, 4/5. Take a close look to see if you can come up with the answer. Did you figure it out? I am moving forward to share with you my version of the answer. And obviously, if you have a better way to solve it, please make sure to post in comments. To get to the correct answer, we need to convert all the values to the common format. You can convert all the values to decimals, or you convert all the values to fractions. It doesn't matter, but it has to be common. I chose decimal format. 3/4 in decimal is 0.75. 0.6 is 0.6. And 7/12 is 0.583. 0.7 has the same value, and 4/5 is 0.8. Now you can easily see that the smallest value is choice C, 7/12, which is approximately as 0.58333. Did you get to the similar solution? If not, please make sure to post your answer and solution in comments. This is one of my favorite questions because it tests your analytical skills as well as your abilities to identify sequences. You're presented with the series of numbers, and you need to identify the pattern and select the option that completes the series. Take a close look at the numbers. The numbers are 2, 5, 9, 14, and 20 in the first row. Second row is 3, 6, 10, 15, and 21. The third row is 4, 8, 13, 19, and 26. And last but not least, the fourth row has the series of numbers 1, 2, 4, 7, 11, and then comes the missing number. You need to detect the pattern and select the missing number out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 17. Choice B, 16. Choice C, 23. And last but not least, choice D, 18. Take a close look to see if you can come up with the solution. Are you ready? Because I already found my solution, so I'm moving forward to share with you my version of the answer. And obviously, if you have a better way to solve it, please make sure to post in comments. The key to solve these types of challenges is obviously to identify the pattern and not to overthink it. If we look at the series of numbers, we have 4 independent rows, and each row represents an independent sequence which follows the same pattern. So what is the pattern? And the pattern here is rather simple. The next number is calculated as previous number plus the increment. An increment increases by 1 with each subsequent number. Let's look at the example on how calculations are done for the first row of numbers. In the first calculation, the increment is 3. 2 plus 3 equals 5. Then increment increases by 1, and from 3 becomes 4, which means 5 plus 4 equals 9. Then increment increases again, and 9 plus 5 equals 14. 14 plus 6 equals 20. I'm going to skip rows 2 and 3 so you can do calculations independently to practice your skills, but I am going to do the calculations for the last row. 1 plus 1 equals 2. Increment increases by 1, so 2 plus 2 equals 4. 4 plus 3 equals 7. 7 plus 4 equals 11. And last calculation, 11 plus 5 equals 16. So the correct answer here is choice A, 16. Did you get to the same answer? If not, maybe you have a better way to solve it, so please make sure to post in comments so we can all learn. In this section, we will look at the work simulation test, which is used to evaluate candidates' ability to perform tasks and skills required for the job. The questions on this type of test typically involve simulated scenarios and tasks that are similar to what the candidate would encounter on the job, such as data analysis, customer service, and problem solving. Let's look at some sample work simulation assessment test questions to get you ready. Here's a very interesting question to determine how well you can work with others. You need to determine what is the best way to schedule a meeting with the client who is based in a different time zone and has limited availability. You need to select out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, schedule the meeting without considering the client's time zone. Choice B, email the client with several date and time options without specifying the time zone. Choice C, check the client's time zone and suggest several date and time options that work for both the client and your manager. And last but not least, choice D, schedule the meeting during your manager's preferred time slot without considering the client's availability or time zone. Take a close look to see if you can select the right answer. And I'm moving forward to share with you my version of the answer. And obviously, if you have a better way to solve it, please make sure to post in comments. I believe the correct answer here is choice C. Option C is the best choice because it takes into consideration the client's availability and time zone. There are 2 stakeholders in this action, your manager and your client. And you need to check the time zone and suggest several date and time options that work for both the client and your manager. This will ensure that the meeting is scheduled at a convenient time for both parties, and this minimizes the risk of confusion and miscommunication. Let's also look at other options to determine why they might be incorrect. Let's look at option A. It is wrong because it ignores the client's time zone, which will lead to scheduling conflicts. Option B is also incorrect because it does not specify the time zone, which can cause confusion and miscommunication. And last but not least, option D is incorrect as well because it disregards the client's availability and time zone, which can lead to scheduling conflicts and damage the company's reputation. When you solved this challenge on your own, did you come up with a different answer? If this is the case, please make sure to post your answer and solution in comments. Very frequently on the test, companies look at your customer service skills. This is one of these types of questions. You work as a CSR and need to help troubleshoot internet connectivity. What is the best approach to troubleshoot slow internet speeds for a customer? You're presented with 4 choices and you need to select one. Choice A, ask the customer to restart their modem and transfer to technical support if issue persists. Choice B, ask the customer to restart their computer and transfer to technical support if issue persists. Choice C, ask the customer to check their internet connection and transfer to technical support if the issue persists. And last but not least, choice D, walk the customer through the thorough troubleshooting process, including resetting the modem and computer, checking cables and connections, and testing the internet speeds. Take a close look to see if you can come up with the answer. If you need to pause this video, feel free to do this to reread the answers and select the correct one. On my end, I'm moving forward to share with you my version of the answer. And obviously, if you have a better way to solve it or have a different important considerations, please make sure to bring them up in comments. I believe the correct answer here is choice D. To remind you, in choice D, you would need to walk the customer through a thorough troubleshooting process, including resetting the modem and computer, checking cables and connections, and testing the internet speeds. Only this approach shows your commitment to providing excellent customer service and may even resolve the issue without need for technical support transfer. One important thing to note, the original question is kind of convoluted and it uses the acronyms. Just to clarify for you, CSR stands for Customer Service Representative. And now let's look at the incorrect choices A, B, and C, to see why they are incorrect. I think those options are incorrect because they only involve asking the customer to perform a single action and then transferring them to technical support. This approach may not resolve the issue and it may result in a customer having to wait longer for the resolution. Did you come up with the different answer? If you did, please make sure to post your answer, considerations, and thought process in comments. Here's a very interesting question on how to provide recommendation to your manager for the new product line. Your manager wants you to provide a recommendation on whether to continue investing in the new product line based on your analysis of the sales data. What is the best approach to analyze the sales data and provide the recommendation? You're presented with 4 different choices. Let's look at each one of them. Choice A, conduct a simple analysis of the sales data and provide recommendation based on initial findings. Choice B, Conduct a comprehensive analysis of the sales data, including market trends and competitor data. Provide a recommendation based on your findings. Choice C. Provide a recommendation based on personal opinion and expertise without conducting any analysis of the sales data. And last but not least, choice D. Provide a recommendation based on the sales data from a similar product line without analyzing the sales data for the new product line. Take a close look to see if you can select the correct answer. Are you ready? Ready or not, I am moving forward to share with you my version of the answer. And obviously, if you have a better way to solve it, please make sure to post in comments. I think the correct answer here is choice B. In choice B, you need to conduct a comprehensive analysis of the sales data, including market trends and competitor data. Provide a recommendation based on your findings. I think this choice is correct because it allows you to provide a thorough understanding of the sales data, ensuring more accurate and informed recommendation. Conducting a comprehensive analysis of the sales data is essential in making an informed decision for your manager. Let's also look at the incorrect choices to determine why they are incorrect. Option A is too simplistic and can get the result in an incomplete assessment of the sales data. Option C is unreliable and can be seen as unprofessional since it's based on personal opinion and experience without any supporting data. And last but not least, choice D is not recommended since it involves using sales data from a similar product line, which may not be relevant to the new product line. Was your answer different? If it was, please make sure to post your answer and solution in comments. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate you for helping us to become one of the largest YouTube channels to help people become smarter, increase your IQ, and to pass any test. If the content of this video was helpful, please make sure to click the like button to help YouTube algorithm promote this video and help other people to find it faster. Giving us a like is also a way for you to tell us that you need more content like this, and when you tell us, we will deliver it for you in the future. For links to free and premium resources, please check the description and comments of this video. You can also go directly to our website, howtoanalyzedata.net, to download the materials related to this topic. I really appreciate your endorsement, support, and patronage of this channel. And thank you for considering to become a member and considering to subscribe. Please leave feedback, suggestions, or corrections in comments. And all the best on your journey. I'll see you in my next video.